Let's move to the other, the wonderful friend. So we have like our conversation started with just a cookie at my workplace. So I just shared one cookie with my friend, and then our conversation started. We identified each other. Like he immediately said, "Oh, now I know like why you are like calm all the time in my office." So we have Kelvin. Kelvin Baldwin is the founder of Soul Thursdays, a live podcast and a healing space where music, mindfulness, and storytelling meet. It's a very, very interesting combination for sure. We had a wonderful experience being podcasted with Calvin, and I really love the vibe. Like energy is like flowing. So he is a community builder. Calvin blends rhythm, storytelling, and intentional conversation to spark clarity and community healing. So yeah, we can learn more from Calvin about soulthursdays.com. Thank you, Calvin. I request you to come to our dial and give a small message for us.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm so excited to be here. You know, when I begin to think about my journey and how I ended up here, I was simply living my life. And as I was living my life some time ago, I would like to share with you the story of Soul Thursdays and how we got started. We didn't get started organizing, we didn't get started building community. We actually got started with a breath. Some years ago, I went home to Texas because I was feeling concerned about my dad. And it was before COVID, and when I went home, I noticed that my dad was having drinks in the dark. And I knew coming from where I came, engineering school and business school and living in multiple places, that I was going to have a hard time explaining to him that he was experiencing depression. I was looking at a man who only knew work, who had worked 12-hour days, 6 days a week for 45 years. How could I explain to him depression? So instead I said, well, Pops, you don't have to drink alone. I'll get on the plane, I'll get back to Atlanta, and we'll log on and we'll have a drink together. And over time, we began to invite family and friends. And we'd have conversations. And people would say, hey, that was a really good podcast. Well, I hadn't even thought about doing a podcast at that time. But being who I am and how I'm made, I'm like, I'll be that. So I started playing some of my dad's favorite music. In some places they call it blues, other places they call it Southern soul. But I knew there was a strong need for people to connect. It was during COVID. People were isolated, people were lonely, people were uncertain. And some 5 years later, we've been streaming live every Thursday at soulthursday.com, connecting through stories, through challenges, and I didn't know in the beginning why, but every topic I would cover, there was what I call the nice word of disparity. A mathematical term that says there's a gap between the service, the experience, or the life that one person is having. There's a gap. So as I look back, we begin to talk about disparities in mental health, disparities in economic growth, disparities in access, disparities in careers. But I knew those were serious topics. So between storytelling, between connection, between connecting with people, that is the breath that created Soul Thursday. And I am honored to be here today to share my story. Because as the gentleman said earlier, as he look out through the room, he sees various reincarnations that are here today on that journey. So thank you for being a part of my journey, and thank you for inviting me here today. Thank you very much. I really want to share my experience. I was part of the Soul Thursday holy cow. It was so energetic, so lively, and the music, what you play, get it from, oh man, it was so joyful, it brings the energy from inside out, and the trivia, the message, everything is so lively coming from the heart, you can feel it from his voice. So thank you very much. I'd like to collaborate more and more, and we will do more and more sessions. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'd request Vani Rajan, please.
Thank you.